Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. In today's recipe I'm going to show you how to make a banana chocolate chip date cake. It's really simple, wholesome, made with some fresh date, chocolate chips and brown sugar, bananas and some whole wheat flour or a multigrain flour. I'm going to be mixing it along with some Nutrilite classic spread and then making this cake nice, soft and delicious. With the festive seasons coming up, we have guests all the time pouring into our homes. Make this cake ahead of time and slice it up and serve it with to your guests along with a cup of chai. So let's just dive right in and then I'll show you how to make this cake and which you can make for this festive season. So the first step is to ensure that you have a large mixing bowl or a stand mixer, and then where we're going to beat up the Nutrilite Classic along with the sugar, the baking powder and the eggs. Okay, so I have measured my Nutrilite Classic over here in a bowl and I'm ready to actually put it into my stand mixer. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and add the spread into my stand mixer, and this spread is enriched with omega-3 and has 0% cholesterol and also adds a great flakiness to the cake. Okay, and it can be used for a lot of different baking like apple pies, or if you're going to make a tart, if you want to make even making sabzis for that matter. Okay, so to this, my next step is to add in my sugar. So I have some demerara sugar, also the brown sugar, which I'm just going to add in. I like to add a little less sugar in my cakes because there's going to be banana, there's going to be dates, there's going to be chocolate chips. All of them have some amount of sugar, so I've cut down the quantity of sugar that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to break in my egg, cover the stand mixer, and then beat it until the butter, sugar and the eggs are nice and fluffy. So once you have the butter and the egg mixture combined well, I'm going to add in my baking powder and all the remaining ingredients. The chopped dates, the chocolate chips, the mashed banana, some vanilla essence, pinch of salt, and finally the flour. So this is a whole wheat flour that I've combined along with a little bit of bajra, jowar and ragi. You could use complete whole wheat flour, or you can add half maida, half whole wheat, or like I have done. Okay, so now my step is to now beat all of them together until you get a nice thick cake batter. That's it. Notice that the cake batter is nice and fluffy. At this stage, I'm ready to grease my cake tin with a little bit of butter and then dust it with flour and then pour the batter into it and then prepare it for baking. So you can actually bake your cake either in a loaf pan like this, on a round tin, or even muffin cups. So before you do that, you need to ensure that you grease your cake pans. So to this, I'm going to go ahead and add in a little bit of the classic spread inside and spread it all around on all the sides and at the bottom. Okay, spread this all around. Once you have spread it, I'm going to dust it with some flour and ensure that the flour gets coated around all the sides. And if there's any excess flour remaining, go ahead and invert it and dust out any excess flour, and then you have a nicely dusted and greased cake pan. Okay, so that's it. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my cake batter into this and just push the cake batter into the sides of the pan and even it out with your finger or a spatula. And that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this pan into my preheated oven, which is preheated at 180 degrees centigrade for about 10 to 15 minutes is what you have to preheat your oven to. And then you have to bake this for about 25 to 30 minutes, sometimes 35 to 40 minutes based on your oven temperature. So after it's baked, the way you check whether it's done or not is to actually insert like a tester or a knife and then put it in between and then check, and if it comes out nice and clean, then you know that the cake is done. A little bit of crumbs sticking on it is okay because it's banana cake and it'll be moist inside, but if it's wet and gooey, then it's not done. Then put it back in the oven and then bake it for some more time. So I'm ready to cut my cake, sprinkle some icing sugar and take a bite of it as well. So dust the cake with a little bit of icing sugar, and this is only just before you're ready to serve it, and serve the cake along with some black coffee or black tea or even a green tea or even an adrak chai, and it tastes absolutely delicious. Do give this recipe a try in your kitchen this festive season or a holiday season. In fact, you really don't need festivals to make this cake. It's absolutely delicious and easy to make. Give this a try. When you do, don't forget to share your feedback in the comments below. So until then, until next time, happy cooking and healthy eating.